Imagine if you could literally change your reality just by using your thoughts. Sounds like magic, right? Well, today, we're diving into how manifesting works, both from a science point of view and a spiritual one. I'll also be sharing some tips to help you attract the life you really want. So what is manifesting? Well, put simply, manifesting is bringing something into being. It's generally thought of as a desire coming to fruition. Jim Carrey has the perfect example of manifesting. In 1985, he was a struggling comedian with only dreams of being a famous comedic actor. He decided his acting career was going to happen for him, so much so that he wrote himself a check for $10 million. He dated it for 10 years in the future with a note saying, "For acting services rendered." He kept that check in his wallet until 1995, 10 years later, when he was cast in Dumb and Dumber and received $10 million for his acting services. We obviously know the rest of the story. He became a comedy legend. Before you go off and write your own multi-million-dollar checks, let's break down how manifesting actually works. It's closely tied to the law of attraction, which is the idea that like attracts like. Basically, what you put out is what you get back. I'll explain a little bit more about that in a sec. Let's start with something simple. You've probably heard that the average person sees around 10,000 ads every day. Doesn't feel like it, does it? How many do you think you can remember? Most of the time, our brains filter out tons of info and only focus on what it thinks is important. Thinking in this way, what you focus on becomes a trigger for the brain to say, "Oh, this must be important," and gives you the information based on that. Think about it this way. Imagine you're in a crowded cafe and everyone's talking, but then someone mentions something that catches your attention. Maybe something about a new job or a topic that you're passionate about. All of a sudden, it feels like your brain zooms in on that one conversation, right? Same thing with manifesting. What you focus on, your brain starts to notice more of, and that's how the process begins. There's actually a cool concept for this called the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon. Say you wanted to buy a new car and you want it to stand out, so you pick a color that you don't see often on the road. Let's say green. All of a sudden you see green cars everywhere. Where do they all come from? Well, those cars were always around, you just never paid attention to them before. Your brain only starts picking up on them when you focus on it. But is manifesting just a shift in focus? Well, not quite, but it's the first step. Think of your mind like a radio. You tune it to the station, your desire, and you suddenly start to hear more about it. Now let's get a little bit deeper into the spiritual side of things. While science shows how focusing on something makes us notice more of it, the spiritual side believes that the universe aligns with your focus and intention to bring that reality into being. You've probably heard people say things like, "I asked the universe for it," or "I prayed to God for that." The idea is something bigger than us, whether it's the universe, God, or your higher self, is always ready to give you what you want. You just have to ask for it in the right way. The law of attraction says that your thoughts create your reality. Positive thoughts will bring about positive outcomes, while negative thoughts will bring about negative ones. Like attracts like. So when asking the universe, it's important that you don't ask for less of something, or ask in a way like, "I don't want that." Even when your intention is to get away from the negative, you're still focusing on the negative, so that ends up being the thing that you manifest. So for example, if you're trying to manifest more money by telling the universe you don't have enough money, the thing you're focusing on is the lack. It's a tough thing to grasp because it takes a real mindset shift. That's why it's super helpful to use positive affirmations, vision boards, or even meditate on things you want, visualizing them as though you already have them. But here's the trick. You can't just meditate for 5 minutes a day and then spend the rest of your day stressing about what you don't have. The key is to really focus on what you want every day. If you catch yourself slipping into negative thought, try to reframe it to what you do want instead. Over time, your mindset will shift and focus more on abundance. Here's something else to remember. Sometimes the universe gives you what you need, even if you didn't think it's what you wanted. For example, you might lose a job that you thought was the perfect fit, only to find a career path that suits you way better. Or maybe you keep attracting certain types of people into your life who aren't a great match, and that's the universe sending you the same lesson until you make a change. It can be hard to accept, but these things are always happening for a reason. Trust the process. Therapy, or just some self-reflection, can really help with this too. When you ask the universe for something, it's really important to focus in the present tense. The universe doesn't understand future or past, it's all about the now. The other reason this is important is because at some point you want to experience this desire in the now, right? Asking for something in the future is like asking for a carrot on a stick. When you say, "I'll have this thing soon," the universe hears soon, and it might take that as never. For example, if you're manifesting your dream house, picture yourself living in it right now. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What do you smell? Imagine it all like it's already yours. And of course, focus only on the positive aspects. Don't think about the things you don't want. Now let's talk about something super interesting, the law of vibration. You've probably heard people talk about good vibes and bad vibes. Well, that's a real thing. According to string theory, everything in the universe is made up of vibrations. These vibrations can range from high, like love and joy, to low, like fear and shame. The law of vibration says that similar vibrations attract each other. So if you want to manifest something, you need to raise your vibration by feeling the emotions of already having what you want. So if we combine the law of vibration, everything in the universe is created from vibrations which range from high to low, love to shame, and the law of attraction, like attracts like, we get powerful manifestation. Oprah is a big believer in this. She says that she aligns her vibrations to her desires, which makes them come more easily. Before we jump into tips and tricks, there's one last thing to mention: action. Manifestation isn't just about thinking and visualizing. You have to take action too. You can think about money all day, but if you don't do anything about it, it's not going to magically appear. The universe will present opportunities, but it's up to you to seize them. Alright, so now that we've covered the basics, let's dive into some practical tips to help you manifest like a pro. 1. Vision boards. These are awesome for visualizing your goals. Put images and affirmations on there that represent what you want to manifest. It helps to keep your focus sharp. 2. Meditating. It helps calm the mind, get clear on what you want, and connect deeply with your desires. Plus, it's great for visualizing and feeling like your dreams have already come true. 3. Gratitude. The universe loves gratitude. Start by writing down 3 things you're grateful for every day. It could be as simple as "I'm grateful for today." The more you practice this, the more you'll start noticing all the good things you have, raising your vibration. 4. Start small and work up. Try this. Try to manifest something you don't see every day. Nothing too crazy, just something noteworthy. I've heard of people using a yellow duck or a red feather. Personally, I've done it with a blue ball. Focus on it, really feel it in your mind, and see what happens. Give it time. It's something that takes practice and patience. Let me know what you manifested and when you see it happen in the comments. 5. Think bigger. Instead of just thinking about what you want, think about how your manifestation can help others too. The universe loves when your desires help the greater good. And to wrap it all up, here's a quick summary of how to manifest. 1. Get clear on what you want. 2. Visualize it with emotion. Feel like you already have it. 3. Believe it's possible. 4. Take inspired actions when opportunities show up. And 5. Let go of attachment to how and when it will happen. I hope this helped you understand manifesting a bit better and gave you some cool tools to start manifesting your desires. If you liked the video, hit that like button, share it with someone who'd enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe so you can follow me on the spiritual journey. Let me know what you'd like to see next and what you're trying to manifest in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. Also, if you're new to spirituality, check out this video on the basics. I'll see you soon, and in the meantime, keep manifesting those awesome things.